So on the way in here, I was watching my graph and I marked a bunch of fish coming up as I was coming up onto the flat here. So I'm gonna go back out, and I had a sneaking suspicion it's probably like schools of crappies out there, or maybe some bigger sunfish. So I'm gonna head on over there and we'll see how that goes. So, all right, we're kind of out in the middle of the lake, out in the wind. Just marking some fish down here, so we're gonna just drift back and forth over them and see what we can come up with here. There we go. Saw them show up on the screen, and there they are. I might tie on something a little bit heavier here. See what we got. All right, let's see how this works out. Two things at once there, huh? Look at that. Went a little heavier. And I got a crappie. Again, not a monster, but it's kind of what we get around here. And this lake does have some bigger ones in it, but it's a little better one, I think. It's a little nicer crappie. Another crappie. Oops. That one was a little small still. I think we're right over the top of them now. There we go. Well, it's not a big one, but what it is caught that on this is a jig that I made myself. He messed it up already. Oops. Apparently sunfish like them too. Another nice crappie. Well, not nice, but it's a 9-inch, so. All right, let's see here. Might switch things up a little bit. Find the right bag. All right, what we got here is we'll turn the camera around so you can see me in the sun. All right, there, that's probably better. This here is a jig from Macula Tackle. You can see the bigger eye opening there. The theory behind that is that you can slide your knot back and forth. Slide it to this end, it'll fish that way. Slide it back, it'll fish this way. Works great for summer or winter fishing. There's a whole big story that's involved in it. You can go to Macula Tackle and check it out. Guy's name is Corey. I live in Minnesota and I'm in the Twin Cities, and Corey is just outside the Twin Cities, so he's a local guy. Met him through the ice fishing community, and he's a great guy, does a lot of fishing in the summer too. Posts a lot of stuff on Facebook. So he's quite the character. So we're going to take this and we are going to team this jig up with, as soon as I find them. I think I threw the bag in here. This is a bag of the baits that, if you guys have been following along on my on my YouTube channel, where you are right now, I've been doing a lot of bait making. Been testing out some molds. I had custom molds made from Patriot bait mold, and made up a bunch of baits. This is one of them here. So we are going to team up these two and see what happens. I think I might need a bigger jig for this. It's one of the smaller ones from Macula, but that's what we got going right now. So we'll see how this one works out. So we're still over the fish. I think this is a little bit heavier jig too, so hopefully it gets down a little quicker. I don't know if I drifted off or if the fish moved, but don't seem to be in here like they were a minute ago. Yeah, I think we're back over some fish again, at least. There we go, finally. And there's a Milestone. It's the first fish I've caught on the bait I designed. So let's turn around here so we can see a little better. There we go. It's the first fish on the bait that I designed. Let's grab a picture of that. Enough promoting myself. Let's catch some more fish. Apparently they're trying to gobble it right up. All right, there's baits you make. I got all these stick baits. I made all of these in the last few weeks. I got a bunch of these. There's some more in here. Here's some craw baits. All right, so like I was saying there, the camera just shut off on me. So been making baits. Like I said, I've got, here's a bag full of like craw baits. Some more minnow baits. Big bag of stick baits, finesse worms, made all those, caught some fish on them. But these are some minnow or fry baits that I just caught that last crappie on, and the significance of these is that this particular bait here you will not find anyplace else unless you go to Patriot bait molds. I worked with Aaron and he asked me to design a bait and he would make it, and this was the bait I came up with. I was looking for a crappie jig, something for crappies and sunfish. Wanted a straight tail, so it didn't have a paddle tail on it. It still wiggles quite a bit. This is made with a soft blend of plastic. I did a laminate, so I got kind of a shad looking bait there, and it's got just enough droop on the tail when it's sitting here that when it's in the water it really wiggles around pretty good. And tangled up on my fishing rods. And I'm also using, I'm pairing that up with a Macula Tackle jig. Got the Macula Tackle shirt on today. It's a local manufacturer. This is a little bit small for this jig, but it seemed to work. So this is the biggest one I think that I have right now. I've got an order in my cart. I just have to hit the send button on it. So yep, let's get back to it and see if we can't put some more in the boat with this, with my own specially designed jig. I'm pretty pumped about this. So hang on a second, we'll spin the camera around and you probably won't be able to see me in the sun again. So hold on. Or maybe we'll just go to fishing in the front here. Just not really seeing nothing down there, so let me get out of the wind here. Tired of getting blown around. There we go. Yeah, there. Whoa. That was almost catch and release, but another one on the custom jig. Yes. Does it again. Still, like I said, just 9 inchers, but still in that 9-inch class, but you guys need to calm down. Whoa, guy grabbed it on the way down. I didn't even feel him. Oops. Ah, I missed that one. All right, sorry for that commercial break there. That was filled up an SD card. Who would have known? Went fishing yesterday, didn't really catch much, but thought maybe I could just get it all on one card, and apparently I couldn't. And I'm doing it in 4K right now too, so hopefully there's better picture quality than some of my previous videos. Yeah, we're back over some fish again, so. There's a little better one, I think. Oop. And he got away on me. Let's see how big this one is. So far, that could be the big of the day. That's 9.5 inches. All right. Well, these things are actually working pretty decent today, so. Let's turn the camera around here, maybe get some better pictures from the other side. All right, so a little bit about what I'm doing, I guess. I've got some video there, or some video I'll show that you can see on the screen what I'm looking at. I'm just kind of hovering out here around about 18 feet of water. I'm watching my graphs. I got one in the front, one in the back. They're nothing special. It's like pretty old, oops. Horse that one in. I didn't want to get caught in the trolling motor. They're pretty old school, a 998, 899. That's actually what they are. It's an 899 and a 998. They're both 9-inch screen hummingbirds, pre-helix. They work great. But anyway, so I'm watching. I can see what's in the front of the boat right now. There's a huge school of fish in the front of the boat. Can't see the back one from here, but I was standing in the back and I could kind of watch as I was going back and forth over them. And so I just dropped down kind of off the bottom and just kind of pick it up and let it fall. Most of the time they're like hitting it on the drop. You know, you go to lift up and all of a sudden there's a fish there. You don't even know it sometimes, but or if you're really paying attention, sometimes you can feel it. They'll smack it pretty hard on the way down like that one just did. And there we go. So they are apparently really liking this bait that I made up here. Really kind of stoked. So far today, everything I have used, I don't cast my own jigs, but I do tie them. So any of the hair or feather jigs that I've been using have been ones that I tied those myself. And the jigs I've been using, like this one, is, I've said it before, I've said it a million times, it's from Macula Tackle. He's a local guy, so we're using that's local. All the plastic baits have been using today are baits that I made myself, that were all made with another local guy's molds. That would be Patriot bait molds. That's Aaron. And the jig that I'm actually using right now, this jig body here, that's about worn out now. I've caught about 15 fish on it. This particular design is a design that I designed. It was my idea, my design. Aaron drew it up on his CAD program. He drew it up on his program and made the molds, and I made the baits, and this one's worn out, won't stay on the hook. So, best part about that is this guy will get thrown on the pile and melted down into something else. It's held up pretty good though. I can find my bag here. maybe we'll actually give, we know that that color's been working good. Maybe we'll try the, if you go back far enough, the whole reason I started the whole bait making process was because the bluegills were always ripping apart my bass baits, and they liked the color Junebug. So there's one I made in the Junebug color. Let's see if the crappies like the Junebug too, or if we're going back to the shad bodies. The shad pattern. Got a couple other colors in there too we could try. Actually feels like the wind might have just slowed down just a little bit here. That would be great. There we go. Took it on the drop again. And Junebug for the win. Thought I was stuck on the back of the boat. That was a fish that got away. That one I did. That one smacked her on the way down. Oops. I don't know where that guy came from, but that guy was angry. This is getting to be a crappie fest here. Like I said, no numbers, but, or no size, but man. Should have been keeping track here, because kept track of the ones I put in the live box. I didn't keep track of what I was catching. Made sure you got a good hook into that one though. And another one. That was a whack. That guy wanted it. And that's how we'll wrap up today's video. All right, well, this turned out to be an okay day, I guess. Some bigger bass would have been great earlier today, but got one nice one. Then just kind of transitioned back into targeting panfish like I always seem to do, because that's kind of my thing. I get some rods wrapped up here and stuffed away so I don't have to deal with them when I get back to the dock. And yeah, we'll see what we can't edit out of this. Can't get edited out of this, I don't know, what are we at, 4 hours or something? Yeah, 5 hours. Anyway, we'll get this all edited out, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe.